Hey, you guys, welcome to my online class. I am so excited to have you guys here. I am just getting all set up. We're getting on my lighting. It's actually dark here in Orange County because it's daylight savings, but I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm thankful that you guys are here. So before we get started, I want you guys to comment below in the chat box where you guys are watching from. I posted on Instagram about an hour ago and I asked where people were watching from. I had people from all over the world. I know we have people watching in the UK and it's like 2 a.m. there. You guys are major troopers. We have people watching in Australia. We have people watching in Malaysia. And then we have people from all over the US. So comment in the chat box below where you guys are watching from. Also, comment your Instagram name. This is a really cool way for us to be able to connect and find other hairstylists around Instagram. And it's just a really fun way to meet some new people. So before we dive in, I'm going to get started pretty soon here because I don't want to hold you guys up too much longer. But before we dive in, I want to let you guys know if you guys have any technical problems, don't worry. Usually what works is just refreshing your browser or refreshing your page. If you are watching on a phone, sometimes there can be a little bit more tech problems. So if you're watching on a phone, hit the refresh button, sometimes close the browser, open it up again. But if not, switch over to a desktop. And if you guys have any tech problems, honestly, don't even worry about it. We are recording this and we will be sending out the replay tomorrow morning. So you guys will get it no matter what happens, even if you have to miss out or anything. But if you are here live, I want to say, make sure to stay till the end if you can, because I am going to be giving out a super special bonus that you guys aren't going to want to miss out on. So a little present for you guys for being here live. So don't leave. One last thing, in the chat box, we are going to have you guys talking, but when I'm in the class, I'm not going to be able to see that chat. So all the questions that are in there, I do have my husband, he's over here on the other side, answering questions for you guys, but any questions that are related to content, don't even worry about it. I'm going to be getting those to you guys back at the end. We're going to be doing a Q&A. So any questions that you guys have, hold off in the chat while we're in the class, because I want to make sure that we do answer them. And if you guys ask them during the class, I won't be able to see them. So any questions you guys have, write them down in your notebook, and then we'll make sure to answer all your questions at the end. And again, like I said, if you aren't able to stay till the end, don't worry. But if you can, try to. All right, so we're just going to dive right in. Again, I want to make sure to get you guys super just going at it. We have so many people joining in. I can see we have people from Maryland and Jacqueline and let's see, Louisiana, British Columbia. Oh my gosh, you guys, Buffalo, New York, Colombia, Australia. I love it. We have so many people coming from all over the world. Make sure to connect in the chat box. I think that is so amazing. But let's just dive in. I have my tea ready to go. It looks like we have 1,000 people watching. You guys, we had over 7,500 people sign up for this class, which is just blowing my mind. So you guys are the real rock stars. You guys are here. You guys are taking time out of your day or your night to be here to watch this class. And I'm so thankful for you. So we're going to dive right in. I'm going to switch over my screen here real quickly. All right, so hopefully you guys can see my screen here. It says Instagram for Hairstylists with Jamie Dana. That's me, and I'm so excited that you guys are here, that we're watching, and we're just gonna dive right in. So first, before we get started, I wanna make sure that you guys put your phone on silent, close the door, grab that notebook and pen. This is the perfect time to do it. Grab a water, grab a glass of wine, grab your tea, whatever you guys drink, and get ready to learn a ton. We're going to be going through a ton of stuff tonight, and I want to make sure that you guys are absorbing all the information the best that you can. So first, let me preface with, in the next hour, I want to go really deep into 4 things that I hear hairstylists struggle with the most when it comes to Instagram. I know that we can't get to everything in this hour, but I still want to make sure that you guys walk away with a great strategy to help you going forward. And I'm not going to give you guys those fluffy feel-good tips. I'm going to give you guys real techniques that you guys can take home and start using right away. And just so you guys know, I do have my dogs here in the background. So if you hear any jingling or any kind of like growling, that's them. They're hanging out with us too. At the end, I'm going to share with you guys a way to take your Instagram and business to the next level. Who is with me? I'm ready to go to the next level with you guys. So, and again, don't leave early because I do have a special surprise for those who stay till the end. And we will have a live Q&A after class. This is the rare chance that you guys can ask me anything Instagram related, and I'm going to be answering those questions for you. So I'm guessing that you probably showed up today for one of these reasons. Maybe you're just starting out and you don't feel like you have a good grasp on how to best use Instagram. Instagram feels so overwhelming. There's just so much going on and you're starting out and you're like, okay, how do I get to this Instagram? We're going to be answering that. Maybe you're overwhelmed with all there is to do with Instagram, from when to post, how to take pictures, what hashtags to use. The list goes on and on. Instagram can be so overwhelming, but it's not going to be after this class. Maybe you just want to grow your following and clientele, but you don't know how to exactly do that. Or maybe you're just unsure of where to start. Instagram is honestly the best way to grow a clientele nowadays. And so we're going to be walking all through all the strategies, all the techniques on how to do that. Maybe you just feel stuck. You see other successful stylists killing it on Instagram, but you haven't found that secret for your business yet. You guys, I'm going to get you unstuck and you're going to be like one of those other successful stylists that you see on Instagram. That's going to be you. Or maybe you just wanted to hang out with a bunch of other amazing stylists. And if that's you, that's awesome. I hope you connect with some people in the chat. I'm so excited that you're here. There's a ton of other like-minded stylists here, and that makes me so excited. It's a big hairstylist party, and that's so cool. So whatever your reason is, I want to let you know that you are in the right place. I'm going to help you figure out some of these puzzle pieces to this huge thing called Instagram. I'm excited. I'm sure you are too. So let's dive in. So in today's class, you are going to learn how to let people know exactly who you are and click the follow button the second they land on your page, plus what 3 elements you need to have on your page so that clients know who you are and want to book with you. My 5 rules of what makes up a perfect photo and how to actually achieve that, plus how to use your phone to take amazing photos that show off your work and get clients falling in love with you, plus lighting tips and tricks to get the perfect photo. Next, what I think is the most important element of Instagram in our industry right now, and how to keep your page looking clean and cohesive by having a consistent page layout. Next, we're going to talk about how to actually grow your page and attract those dream followers and clients. Who doesn't want that? And my secret 5+3 method I use to gain new clients and get the word out. So before we get started, let me just introduce to you guys exactly who I am. So hey, I'm Jamie Dana. I'm basically a hairstylist and salon owner based out of Orange County, California. I live with my husband and our 3 dogs, who I love very much. And I'm going to teach you guys all about Instagram. That's what I'm super passionate about. I'm super passionate about helping other stylists learn how to grow their business through Instagram. And I'm just excited that you're here. So before I started using Instagram, I actually started with a Facebook business page. When I first got into the hair industry, there wasn't Instagram. Instagram wasn't around, but I started with a Facebook business page. But then once Facebook changed and brought in the new algorithm, I hardly got any traffic. The only people that were commenting on my stuff on Facebook was my mom and my mother-in-law, and I wasn't getting any real clients from that kind of engagement. So I decided to put my effort into Instagram. This was actually one of my photos that I posted in 2013 on my Instagram page. You guys, what were we thinking? This is like so filtered. It's a blurry photo, but this is how we started out. So just to let you know, no matter where you're at with Instagram, my page used to look like this. This is what I used to post on Instagram, and it obviously doesn't look like that right now anymore. So I'm going to teach you guys exactly, no matter where you're starting out from, like you can change and you can grow too. So in July of 2015, I had about 1,600 followers and was booked a few days a week. I wasn't booked consistently. I would, slowly book up, but I usually wasn't so far booked out. I was ready to grow more. And so I started to really dive deep into learning how to use Instagram to grow my business and expand my reach. By January 2016, so about 6 months later, I had grown to 5,600 followers. So I had grown about 5,000 followers in 6 months. Then in a little over 4 months, I had doubled my Instagram following from 5,000 followers to over 10,000 followers. And I wasn't just growing my following, you guys. I was actually getting new client inquiries every single day from Instagram. And they weren't just random clients that found me on Yelp. They had found me on my Instagram page. And they were bringing in my Instagram photos as their inspiration. To me, that was when I feel like I made it. I feel like I hit the goal when I had a client bring in one of my photos as their inspiration. It wasn't some random Google search image. It wasn't some other person's Instagram profile. It was mine. And that's how they found me. And that's when I knew I had made it. As of today, I have over 55,000 Instagram followers, and I'm booked out for 2 to 3 months in advance. My clientele is built up of my dream clients. I get to do hair I love every day, and I charge high-end prices for it. All because of this, I was actually able to hire my assistant and open my own private 600 square foot studio. You guys, I call this my little photo studio because literally I designed the entire thing so that I could film, I could take photos, I could do whatever I needed to in my studio. I'm now asked to speak at hair shows and conferences around the country, and I also work one-on-one with brands as a social media influencer and content creator. This is literally all thanks to Instagram. I get paid to be on Instagram, and I'm so thankful that I get to call this my job. And I want to help you guys do the exact same thing for you. So I know that Instagram can be super overwhelming and intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. I have found a simple strategy that has grown my business, and I want to teach that to you guys too. So who's ready? Let's get started. So first, we're going to be talking about 5 different things, but first we're going to go into basic page elements. These are the basic things that make up your page. It's going to be kind of your foundation of your Instagram page. So before we go into this, let's talk about profile photos. I see so many stylists miss this, and their profile photo is really a big deal. So this is the only thing that people see in their newsfeed when you like or comment on their photo, and it's the only thing that shows up when people search for you. This is their first impression of you. You guys can see that a profile photo makes a huge difference. So I want you guys to be thinking, is your profile photo making people want to click over to your profile? And is it what you want your overall brand to portray? So you want to make sure with your profile photo that you have a clean and clear image. It should either be a logo or a professional close-up image of yourself. It needs to be readable because it's so small. So this is my current profile photo. You guys can see that it's on a nice clean background. It's a nice clean headshot. It's professional image, and it makes people want to click because there's something about it that makes people want to click. Again, it has that clean, clear image. So if you're a stylist, I would recommend have a profile photo of yourself. You want to make sure that you're making an emotional connection. And by having a profile photo of your face, this is establishing emotional connection right from the very beginning. However, if you are a salon owner and you have a salon and this is your salon's Instagram page, then I would recommend having a logo, but make sure that it's formatted for Instagram. If you have really small text, make sure to have it nice and big so that it's clean and readable because it's so small. Your profile photo needs to stand out from the crowd if you want to get noticed. You guys, this is your first impression of you. So a lot of times I'll see a profile photo and it's either like a MySpace shot, and it doesn't make me want to click over to somebody's page. And then maybe occasionally I will, and their page is beautiful and gorgeous, but I bet they're not getting a lot of followers because their profile photo isn't intriguing. So we want to make sure that our profile photo is intriguing, it's clean and clear, and it's making people want to click over to our page. So let's talk about a business profile for Instagram. So what can you do with a business profile for Instagram? Well, let me tell you, it's pretty amazing. So first off, you can have a contact button, which is so huge. You guys can see on my page, I have one that says email, but you can also set it up where it says call or text. This is a great way to get clients to book with you. You want to make sure that you have a contact button. A lot of times people used to have it in their bio, but people have to type it out, remember it, copy and paste, which you can't really even do from Instagram. So it's so easy. We want to make it really easy for people to contact us, and a contact button through the business profile for Instagram is the great way to do that. The second thing is you get to have a map location where they can literally click directions to your salon, and it goes into Google Maps or Apple Maps, and it automatically tells them exactly where your salon is. They can find out information about it. It's incredible. You also have the ability to check out your analytics, which we're not going to go super deep into today, but analytics is key. We need to make sure that we know exactly what's going on with our page and know where people are coming from, how, which photo did well, which photo didn't do well. Analytics is really important. And then ability to do ads from the app. So how can you change to a business profile? So if you don't have a business profile already, basically all you're going to have to do is go into your settings and your Instagram, switch to business profile. Now, you do need to have a Facebook business page in order to switch to a business profile. You have to connect the two. Now, let's say you don't have a Facebook business page. That's totally okay. You can go over to Facebook. You just create a Facebook business page, and then all you have to do is connect the two. Now, maybe you don't even have to post on your Facebook business page, but the fact that you have it is going to be really, really helpful. So all you have to do is connect the two, just click switch to business profile, and it's awesome. I highly recommend switching to a business profile. In 2018, Instagram is actually going to be giving a lot of bonuses away to business profiles. So you want to make sure that you're on that bandwagon. You're not going to want to miss out. Business profiles are super, super key. So next, let's talk about your bio and page. So your bio and page should have these three elements: what you are, who you do, oh my goodness, who you are and what you do, location, and contact info. You guys can hear my words got a little twisted there. But first off, who you are and what you do. So for example, I'm Jamie Dana. I'm a hairstylist and salon owner, and I specialize in natural lived-in balayage and blondes. Clients can see that from my bio and know that all about me. So it says natural balayage and blonde specialist. So if somebody was looking for a natural balayage or a blonde, maybe they're searching around on Instagram for their hairstylist, they land on my page, they see in my bio that that's what I specialize in, then they scroll down and see my work and they see that I do really good job at blondes and balayages, they are more likely to book with me. Other examples could be specialize in color corrections, featured on Modern Salon, vivid and rainbow artist, educator for Redken, whatever you want to say. You guys can also see that I have independent educators. So if a brand were to land on my page and maybe they want me to work with them or teach a class for them or, work with their product, they can see that I'm an independent educator from my bio. It makes it really quick and easy for them to see who I am and what I do. Next, location. We want to make sure that you guys have your location in your bio. It's easy to have it within the business profile for Instagram where you click directions, but we want to make it super easy for people to see where you are. They're not necessarily going to search through your page or your website to find out your location. They're going to go on to the next person. So in your bio, you want to make sure that you have your location. So you guys can see for me, I say Orange County, California. I also have my directions down at the very bottom, but then I also have OC Hair Blogger in my searchable username. So this is really important for people to easily establish where I'm located. Maybe if they're in Kansas and they wanted to come to me to get their hair done, they're not going to because they easily see that I'm in Orange County. But maybe there was somebody that lives an hour away from me. They might drive to see me because I'm in Orange County. So we want to make sure that it's super quick and easy for people to find you through your location. Next, contact info. We want to have an easy way for clients or brands to contact you. Again, they don't want to have to search around for them to get a hold of you. So make it easy for them. You want to make sure that you have an email or phone number in your bio or having your contact button. So you guys can see that even on my contact info, I say to book an appointment or get info and the little hand down. That way people know that they can click that email button to book more or get more information from me. So this is a really great way to establish that way for people to contact you. So definitely you want to make sure that you have your contact info in your bio. Otherwise, you're not going to get clients. We want to make it really, really easy for them. So let's talk about your website URL. So if you have a website or if you use an online booking site to book appointments, make sure that you put that link in the URL section so that clients can easily book with you or find out more information. You can also add a call to action to your bio telling clients where to schedule with you. So again, you guys see I have to book an appointment or get info, the down button. They can click on my website and find out more information. Now, if you guys don't have a website, you could totally link your Facebook business page. You could link your Style Seat or your Vagaro account, whatever it is. We want to make sure that there's another place for people to find you, and it just helps make you seem a little bit more legitimate than just having an Instagram profile. So if you have a website URL, make sure that you're utilizing it. Now let's go on to hair photography. So this is one of the biggest questions that I get with Instagram is, how do I get better photos? And Jamie, what kind of photos are you taking? How are you taking your photos? So let's dive into actually getting amazing hair photos. So first, let's talk about basic photo elements. So the things that I think that go into making up a perfect photo are, first, good composition. Secondly, good lighting. Third, clean, non-distracting background. Fourth, a sharp image. And fifth, non-messy hair. Now, I'm going to break down each one of these points and show you exactly what I mean by all of these things. But to me, these are the 5 elements that make up a perfect hair photo. You need to see the images with the eye of a photographer, not just a hairstylist. So a lot of times as hairstylists, we get so excited. We take a photo and we're like, oh my gosh, this photo is amazing. It has the perfect blend. Her curls just look amazing. It looks so beautiful. But then we didn't realize that there was a bunch of crap in the background, or there was a bunch of stuff, or another stylist working, or maybe the lighting was actually terrible, or maybe the focus was wrong. So we need to start seeing the image as a whole and not just focusing on the hair. We need to see the image with the eye of a photographer, not just a hairstylist. So let's talk about the rule of thirds. This is photo composition. Basically, the rule of thirds is one of the main rules in photo composition, and it stems from the theory that the human eye naturally gravitates to intersecting points that occur when an image is split into thirds. So if you took your picture and you put a tic-tac-toe board across it, this would be the rule of thirds. You guys can see where those corners are, where the two lines meet. That is intersecting points, and that's where your eye is naturally going to gravitate to in the photo. So let me give you guys some examples of wrong rule of thirds and right rule of thirds. So the first one is wrong rule of thirds. Can you guys see what's wrong with this photo? Does anybody want to answer that? Okay, so first you guys can see that her hair is kind of pushed off to the side, which isn't so bad, but the top of her head is completely cut off. You guys can see that it just doesn't look visually appealing, like something's not quite right, but it's because the top of her head's cut off. So for example, this would be an example of a right rule of thirds. All you guys can see, I moved the photo down a little bit more. I actually stepped back, I centered it on that grid, and it looks really pretty. So here's another example of a wrong rule of thirds. Her hair is kind of cropped off at the top, the bottom's cropped off, and the photo looks great, but it could look better. So all I did was I stepped back, and I ended up actually using the portrait feature on Instagram to expand this photo and to make it a little bit bigger so that it's not cropped into the top of her head, the bottom of her head. It just looks more visually appealing. All I did was there's this little button when you're going to upload your photo that can make it into a portrait mode or landscape mode, so it's not just the square. So make sure that you're using this if you have somebody that has longer hair, and make sure that you're stepping back away from the wall just a little bit more, just so that you can get that really beautiful hair and you're not cropping anything off. So here's another example of rule of thirds. So most hair photos are typically centered in the center of the grid like this one, but notice how her eyes dissect that top line. So visually, your eye kind of goes to that first corner of where her eye is, and then it kind of trickles down to the rest of it. Again, notice that none of her hair is cropped off and it's visually appealing. Here's another one. This is actually a flat lay photo, but the top line and the right line intersect on the shears while the thinning shears kind of run across that middle square. So you guys can see that corner where the two lines intersect are really where your eye naturally goes to, and then it kind of runs down the side of the page or side of the photo. Okay, here's another one. Even though the hair is cut off in this one, you guys can still see how it's spaced out nicely and it looks visually appealing. You guys can see that the intersecting points of where those lines are really focused on kind of that detail shot in her hair. And another thing that I want you guys to notice though, even though she's cut off on the bottom, there's still a lot of white breathable space around her head. So it still looks really visually appealing, even though it's cropped off. So let's get into the do's and don'ts of taking hair photos. So these are going to be some examples of things that I see on Instagram to this day. Now, I know that probably some of you guys are thinking, this is definitely not my work, but I still see it on Instagram all the time. I want to make sure you're not making these same mistakes. So don't take photos with a distracting or messy background. You guys can see how messy this is. There's products in the background. There's my trash can in the background. You're not really able to focus on her hair at all because all you're noticing is all the junk in the background. So do take photos against a clean, non-distracting background. So all I did was I moved her a little bit. I put her in front of a wall and it was a nice clean background. You guys can see now you're really able to focus on the hair. Here's another example of my current studio where I just moved my clients, but even though there's stuff in the background, it's not distracting. It's blurred out really nicely. It's nice and clean. Everything looks really visually appealing. And even though there's products, they're not distracting and it still looks really good. Next, don't post a blurry or out of focus photo. So the first photo on the left, you guys can see that it's actually focused on the station in the background. There's like the brush it's focused on, it's blurry. And then the second photo, you guys can see it's kind of hazy. Have you guys ever had that happen with one of your photos where it's kind of hazy, like something just isn't quite right, the contrast isn't there? Basically, what that is your lens is dirty. So what you have to do is you got to grab your phone or grab your camera and clean off your lens. So many times we're taking photos when there's hairspray and clients have touched our phone or we've touched our phone and it smudges, and then we get a photo that turns out like this. These kind of photos are really hard to edit and they look terrible on Instagram. So make sure that you're wiping off your phone and setting the focal point on your camera or phone to make sure that you're getting those nice, clean, and clear images. Next, don't forget to check if the hair is laying messy or laying awkwardly. So you guys can kind of see on the photo on the left, her hair is just kind of pushed off to the side. It's kind of awkward. It's not the best of photo. There's something that makes you go, what's off with that? And then the second one, it's kind of just laid on her shoulder. It's like, again, stringy. It's not really like placed very nicely. You're not looking at the beautiful hair. So do prep the hair by making sure it looks clean, polished, and lays well before you take the photo. You guys can see that I prepped the hair. I went over with it. I made sure that each curl was laying really nicely. Sometimes I'll even take a brush or extra hairspray over to where I'm taking the photos to make sure that the hair is laying really nicely. There's no flyaways. Did you guys know too that a lot of main hairstylists or big Instagrammers on Instagram actually take more than 20 minutes to set up their clients for their photos? So Guy Tang, who is famous for his photography and his hair photos, he sometimes takes 20 minutes or more to just set the hair before he takes a photo. So just make sure that maybe you don't need to spend 20 minutes, but taking those extra few seconds to prep the hair will definitely ensure that you get a really good photo. Some other photo tips that I recommend are try several different angles. Be creative, you guys. Have your client shake their hair, play with their hair, flip their hair upside down, move around, have them brush their hands through their hair. I get so many photos of my clients playing with their hair, and those photos tend to do a lot better than just the photos where I have them turn their back to this camera. Next one is take more than one photo of each angle. So sometimes the lighting can be weird or it's not fully focused. So make sure that each angle that you're doing, you're taking more than one photo of it, because you'd hate to get home and have a bad photo of that one angle, even though it was the perfect angle, but maybe something was just a little off. Then again, take at least 20 photos of each client. That way you have many choices to come to when it comes to posting. So I want to let you guys in on a little secret. So a lot of times when I'm taking my client photos, I take anywhere from 50 to 100 photos of each client. Now, I know probably some of you guys are thinking, that is crazy, Jamie. How do you do that? But it's great because I have a ton of photos that I can use over and over again. And I make sure that I get the exact photo that I want, because who knows, when you're taking a selfie, you got to take 100 selfies to get that one perfect one. Same thing happens with hair photos. So make sure that you're taking at least 20 photos of each client. Now, let's talk about lighting. Now, this is a really key point in hair photography. Lighting makes up everything. So first, we want to make sure that we're not taking photos in direct sunlight or only partial shade. So if you guys are taking your photos outside, that's awesome, but make sure that you're not having it in direct sunlight. You guys can see how her hair looks brassy. You see all those flyaways. It just doesn't look visually appealing. And then the photo where she's in partial shade, her color looks weird. She looks like she has bags under her eyes. So we want to make sure that we are not also taking photos in odd, unnatural indoor lighting either, such as yellow lighting or fluorescent lighting. So a lot of times salons have this weird fluorescent lighting, and it gets what's called a shine light on the top of the head. So can you guys see how there's that shine light on top of her head? That's because she was standing directly underneath a fluorescent light. It just looks weird. Again, it's getting that weird shadows on the hair. Again, her color doesn't look right. So do make sure that you're taking photos in a fully shaded area outside or somewhere that gets really good lighting. So what you guys have to maybe do is maybe go into your salon this week or tomorrow, whenever you're back in the salon, and find an area that gets really good lighting. Maybe that is outside for you. Maybe that's, indoors, but just find somewhere that gets really good lighting, because that's a really key part to having good hair photography. I want to show you guys some examples of a good difference of good light and bad light. So this is my client, and she was standing in the middle of my salon underneath some fluorescent lights. You guys can see that her color looks kind of weird. You're not even sure what color it is. It kind of looks brassy yellow, and she's got kind of some flyaways going on. But all I did was I moved her a little bit. I actually opened up my door to the front salon and I stood her in front of the door, and look at this amazing light we got. It's literally just shifting her over a few feet. But can you guys tell the difference? She has this beautiful rose gold tone. It looks so shiny. It looks so healthy. That's the exact same client, exact same second. It's just moved over 3 different feet. So all it took was just by me opening that front door and letting in that natural light. That's huge difference between good lighting and bad lighting. I guarantee you that if I had posted that bad lighting photo, it would have gotten hardly any engagement. I definitely wouldn't be booking clients off of it. But this good lighting photo, I got a ton of clients from it because it's such a beautiful color. Here's another example. So this is actually bad lighting. So I did the same thing with this client, but the sun was actually setting at this time. So the sun was just coming in really harsh and it was too bright. So then I moved her again and it got a little bit better, but she still had that shine light on top of her head and it just like got weird shadows and again, those flyaways. So then what I had to do is I had to put her in the middle of my salon and I actually used a soft box to eliminate her hair on the other side. Illuminate her hair, not eliminate it. Illuminate her hair on the other side. So I know that a lot of you guys use ring lights. This is a great tool, but I use a soft box. To me, it's a little bit softer of a color, a little bit softer of light. It's supposed to mimic natural light, but you guys can tell that these lightings make such a difference in the hair. Now, I also want you guys to notice that I didn't edit either one of these photos. So none of these photos are edited. This is straight from the camera, and you guys can tell what an amazing difference lighting makes. Your photos are going to determine what your page is going to look like. So if your photos are messy or cluttered, your page is going to look messy or cluttered. That's why hair photography is so key and so important to having a good Instagram page. That's why it's important to have amazing photos. Photos are what make up the visual part of your page. We want to make sure that you're having a visually appealing page. So let's go into the third section, page layout. So this is exactly how your page looks at first glance and how your photos look together. That's what I call your page layout. You almost want to think of it as like a magazine layout. So how many times have you guys gone on someone's page and been like, dang, this looks so good. Everything is balanced. The colors flow together. Nothing looks awkward or out of place. And their page tells a story. This would be an example of somebody who has a great page layout. Now, a lot of times bloggers are really good at this. Brands tend to be really good at this. And it's because they have a really good page layout because they're being intentional with their page. So a lot of people actually miss this concept and therefore their pages end up looking messy or not consistent. In my opinion, this is the most important element of Instagram right now. To me, this is what makes or breaks a follower landing on your page and clicking the follow button or them going somewhere else and swiping away. So we want to make sure that we're having a really good page layout. Having a good page layout is the thing that makes you stand out and entices people to click the follow button right away. Now, I know that anytime somebody follows on your page or lands on your page, you want them to click the follow button. So I'm going to share with you guys how to have a really good page layout that makes you stand out. So here's some examples of amazing page layouts. The first one is the dry bar. You guys, they have done such an amazing job. And the thing that I love about their page is not only are they curating content from all over, they have locations everywhere. So they're creating content from every single page. So a lot of times salon owners say to me, well, that's great that, stylists can have a really cohesive page, but I can't because I have 12 stylists that work for me and their work just isn't cohesive. But you guys, look at Drybar. They're literally creating content from every single location and they're making it look really good. So you can make your content look really good and you can make it look cohesive by the way that you set it up. So I want to give you guys an encouragement to check out the Drybar, but make sure that you don't use that as an excuse to not have your page looking cohesive because look, the Drybar does it, you can too. Next one is Jeffrey Robert. He's one of my favorite people to follow, but you guys can see how cohesive his page looks. It's because he uses really clean colors. Now, one thing that he does really well is he only posts work that fits with his page layout. Now, obviously, he's trying to attract a clientele that's more of that, metallic, the blues, the violets, the pinks, things like that. You would never probably see him post a bright yellow photo on his page or a bright red color because that wouldn't go with his page layout. He's curated his page to be really clean and cohesive by curating exactly what he's doing. He also has made his personal photos edited so that they fit with everything else. Next one is Shannon Van Fleet. She's one of my favorite people to follow, and I love her page because she keeps it really cohesive by having just this kind of soft, airy look to her page. She's got detailed photos, she's got videos, she's got product photos. She's an educator for Redken, so she does a really great job at curating her Instagram page so that everything goes together and looks really cohesive. The next one is Melanie Giels. I hope that's how you say her name, but I have been fangirling on this girl's page forever. She owns a salon, I believe in Europe somewhere, and it's just so stunning. I love how she has this amazing aesthetic, and she keeps it all looking really clean and cohesive by her color palette. Again, you wouldn't see her post something that's bright red or bright yellow because it wouldn't fit with her page layout. Next one is my favorite person to follow, Kristen S. I have a major girl crush on her, but I love her page because she, again, has a really clean, cohesive look by her brand colors, which are light pink, black, and white. And you guys can see that from her page. She also does have pops of red because that's her natural color. But for the most part, you're going to see her sticking with blondes and brunettes and kind of that balayage look, the lived-in curls. But I just love everything about her page. I think it looks so clean and cohesive. The next one is Borbolita Beauty. And the reason why I share them is because they're not a hairstylist, they're a lash company, but they've done a really amazing job at keeping their page cohesive by bringing in their brand colors, which are dark blue, black, and white, but everything just looks really good. Now, a lot of lash pages or beauty pages I see are just hair or just lashes or just nails, whatever it is, but they've done a really great job of bringing in other elements such as the behind the scenes photos or other types of photos, and you're really able to capture their brand through their page layout, but it still looks clean and cohesive. So to keep your page layout cohesive, you want to use similar backgrounds. Secondly, keep consistent lighting. This will help everything look really cohesive. Next, use consistent editing styles. If you're editing things completely differently, everything's going to look like a mess. So make sure that you're staying consistent with your editing. Next, curate your photos so that they look good together. Anytime you guys see a flat lay in a magazine and you're like, everything just looks so laid out and so perfect, that's because they curated their images and everything looked really good. So you're going to want to do the same thing with your Instagram page. Next, keep a consistent tone or color palette to your photos. So I do this with my Instagram. Now, occasionally my tone does change and it moves around, but I'm still making sure that all the photos that are around each other are consistent and they look really good next to each other. And then lastly, planning out your posts. Now, this is a really big thing that I love to do, and I'm going to share with you guys my most favorite app of all time. It's the Plan app. So I use the Plan app to lay out my photos and rearrange them before I post them. This is an app that helps me rearrange everything so that I know exactly what I'm posting before I post it. There's a few other apps that you can use that do something similar. One's called Planoly, Unum, or Preview. They're mostly all paid apps, but it's so worth it. Now, you guys, this is your business and you want to be able to plan out your posts before you post them. It's beyond worth it. That $5 a month or $3 a month or whatever it costs for the app is beyond worth it. It's like cheaper than a drink at Starbucks. So make sure that you're using the Plan app. I'm not even sponsored by them or anything like that, but I love the Plan app too because they actually have a lot of tools that they're coming out with, such as being able to post directly from the app, saving your hashtags, how to search hashtags. They have all these amazing things. I'm not going to go into it, but check out the Plan app. I highly recommend it. Again, hashtag not sponsored. Just love them very much. Okay, so now let's talk about adding personality to your Instagram page. Back in the day, hairstylists only posted photos of their work, and that's all people wanted to see. But now people are bored and they've seen a million hair photos. People want to see something different and they want to see more personality. So when I first joined Instagram, there weren't very many hairstylists out there. So when there was another hairstylist, you would just follow them because no matter what their page looked like, you just wanted to meet another hairstylist. Well, now everybody's on Instagram, right? You guys are learning all about Instagram. We have 1,000 people over in this class. Everybody wants to jump on Instagram. So you have to do something to stand out. And when you're posting just hair photos, it gets a little bit boring. So we want to make sure that we're adding more personality to our pages. So I see pages like this all the time on Instagram, and they're lacking major personality. They're only showing boring hair photos and nothing else. People are way less likely to click the follow button on a page that looks like this because it lacks interest. You guys, they've seen it before. I see stylists and salons all the time just posting hair photos, just posting photos of the back of the head, photos where they're just looking at the wall. I call them mugshot photos. And there's nothing interesting or fun about this page. Now, does it look cohesive? Does it look clean? Sure, but it's boring. There's nothing that's fun about this page. So this would be a page that I think has a lot of personality. So this would be something that has a mix of hair photos, product photos, salon photos, photos of the stylist working behind the scenes photos. This page is way more intriguing than the other page. Now, it still looks clean and cohesive. It still has that kind of pops of blonde, pops of light pink, pops of branding, whatever it is. But you guys can just see how much more fun this is than this photo. Boring, fun. Now, this is another example of a page that has majority of hair photos, but there's still interesting hair photos. There's a variety of close-up photos, different angles, unique poses, salon details, product shots. You can absolutely show off personality even with hair photos. You guys can see that there's a photo of my client brushing her hair back behind her ear. There's another photo of a really close-up image of the hair. There's a photo of my client, shaking her head back and forth. The photo of me holding the hair kind of in the middle. There's just something different and unique, different angles. They're not these mugshot photos that I'm so tired of seeing. And then also we incorporated some product photos and photos of, behind the scenes. So you can absolutely share a little bit of personality even with hair photos too. So how to add some personality to your page. You guys might want to screenshot this one because this is something that I have been preaching a lot lately. And I want you guys to get on this. Again, this is something that is the most important element of Instagram right now. In order to stand out, you need to add personality. So I'll give you guys a second to screenshot it while I go through them. But what you want to do is how to add personality is share with your audience different or unique angles of the hair. I showed you guys some examples there. Photos of you working on a client, photos of products that you use. Maybe it's your favorite product. Talk about your favorite dry shampoo. Talk about your favorite deep conditioning treatment, or maybe your favorite shampoo that the client needs to take home. Photos of your station or photos of your salon. Videos. Videos are a great way to share behind the scenes, share your techniques, all of that stuff. Behind the scenes, processing photos of your client's processing, you mixing color. Maybe a photo of you shampooing your client or photos of the shampoo area. Photos of you so that your audience can get to know you. And no matter what kind of page you have, whether you're an educator, you're a salon owner, you're a stylist, you need to add personality to your page. Everybody's Instagram pages don't need to be just boring hair photos. We want to add some personality into them. All right, so last but not least, let's talk about actually growing your Instagram page. Now, I know that's why you guys came here. The biggest question I get is, okay, Jamie, that's great. I learned how to take hair photos, but how do I actually grow my Instagram page? I want to get more followers. I want to get more people to follow and like my page. So how do I actually do that? So I'm going to share with you guys what I call my secret 5+3 method. So basically, the 5+3 method is a way to find your dream followers and get them to follow you by subliminally saying, hey, I noticed you. I think you're pretty awesome, and I wanted to drop off my business card. Check out my page. I think you might like it. Without actually having to say that, because that would just be creepy and a little stalkerish. So you're not going to actually say that, but this is what we're going to use to basically subliminally say that. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to get somebody to notice you, you should like 5 of their photos and comment on 2 to 3 of them. This creates 8 notifications in their notifications feed, and this will create interest and may cause them to click over and see your page. So you guys may have heard of a technique called the follow-unfollow method, where people would follow an Instagram page and hope that that person would follow them back. To me, this is a spammy way to grow your following. It's a spammy way. And basically, after they followed back, they would unfollow that person. And to me, that's not authentic. I want to follow people who I actually want to follow. And I don't want people just to follow me so that I'll follow them back. I want to create relationships. I want to actually have people following me who want to actually follow me. So this 5+3 method is a great way to do that without following somebody to follow them back. Now, I get a question a lot too of, okay, so once I do the 5+3 method, should I follow that person? If you want to, awesome. But if you don't want to, no. This is kind of just a great way of, again, saying, hey, I noticed you and I wanted to drop off my business card. So even just commenting on someone's photo, especially if it's a longer, more unique comment, they're more likely to click over to your page. Just liking a photo usually isn't enough to have somebody cause to click over. So when somebody likes your photo, Do you check out their page? Probably not. But if somebody leaves a more genuine or longer comment on your photo, you're more likely to say, hey, who is this person? And you might click over to their page. This is what we want to do for people that you want to get to follow you. So think about it next time that you clicked over to somebody's page. What made you click over? Was it their amazing profile photo? Was it the fact that they left a comment on your page? Was it because they liked 500 of your photos? What was it? What made you click over to their page and think, how can I get people to click over to mine? So here's a few guidelines. We don't want you to be stalkerish and like every single one of their photos. Please don't do that. That's a little crazy. But I think liking and commenting on a few is kind of like saying, hey, I noticed you and I wanted to give you my business card. So make sure that you are commenting more unique and genuine comments. Don't just leave an emoji or a generic comment like nice photo. Those look like spam and people will not respond well to them. So you want to make sure the more unique, the more people will take notice. This can grow your following like crazy, you guys. You are targeting your dream clients and reaching out to them. So I have to say a huge but with this 5+3 method. The key to a really good business card is that it looks nice, explains who you are, and tells people how they can get a hold of you. So if we're sending people to a page that doesn't have all the right elements, this growth method isn't going to work. Your page has to have a good foundation before you can start to see growth. So let's go into a recap of what we talked about today. That's exactly why I tried to help you guys set up your page so that it has an amazing looking business card so that you can start growing your dream clients and dream following. So recap, we talked about basic page elements. You want to make sure that you're having a profile photo that stands out, that sends a message to people who are following you, that makes it look like what you want your overall brand to portray. On your bio, you want to make sure that you're having who you are, what you do, your location, and your contact info. You want to make sure that you're utilizing the website URL if you have a place to send them. And you want to switch your profile to business profile for Instagram. Next, we talked about hair photography. So first, everything that needs to go into a perfect hair photo is good composition, a clean, non-distracting background, good lighting, sharp image, and non-messy hair. Next, we talked about page layout. So how to keep your page clean and cohesive by having a consistent background, clean lighting, consistent editing styles, photos that look good together, a consistent tone or color palette, planning out your posts, and adding personality to your page is how you're going to stand out from everybody else on Instagram. And then we talked about the 5+3 method where you like 5 of their photos and comment on 3 of them in order to get people to click over to your page. So as you guys have known, Instagram has completely changed our industry and so much for the better, but it's definitely a skill that we need to learn if we want to grow our businesses. It used to be that the only skills we needed to learn were cut and coloring, but now we need to add social media and marketing to our arsenals as well. I know that you guys know this because you're here listening to this class. You guys took this class for a reason. And so I know that you guys are wanting to learn more about Instagram and more about marketing. So I don't know why you showed up today, but maybe it's because Instagram just seems so overwhelming and you just want somebody to give you the guidebook and tell you what to do. You're like, I'm over this. I just want to know how to do it. Somebody just tell me what I need to do. Maybe it's because you can't seem to figure out why others are getting booked and growing their followings, but you just aren't seeing that growth for yourself. You see your friends gaining clients from Instagram. You see other people saying, not, taking new clients. I'm not, I'm currently overbooked. Like, I don't have any openings until summer. Like, you see other people doing that and you're like, what am I doing wrong? I'm just not seeing that for me. Maybe you're just starting out as a stylist. Maybe you just graduated, or maybe you've been in the hair industry for a long time, 20, 30, 40 years, and you literally have no idea where to start with your Instagram. I know that can feel just as overwhelming as, if you've been in the industry forever, this isn't your generation. This isn't something that comes naturally to you. Or maybe you're just starting out in the hair industry and you're like, okay, I have such a daunting task of starting a clientele. How do I get there? How do I grow my clientele? Maybe you just really want to learn what goes into having a successful Instagram. You want to learn how to take the best photos, what are the best times to post, what you need to be doing daily on a daily basis to have a consistent and successful Instagram. So whatever your reason may be, can I share something with you that will take your Instagram to the next level? I'm so excited to be sharing with you guys because it's such a big thing that's made a huge impact in my life. Over the past year, I have coached thousands of stylists who are struggling with Instagram in some way, shape, or form that have seen growth and results from using my Instagram strategies. Here's a few things of what my past students and past people have to say. So Ashley says, I felt lost when it came to Instagram. I follow tons of hairstylists and they have very professional looking pages. And as much as I tried, I was missing something. This course filled in the holes for me. I knew the basics, but Jamie gives great tips and I love being able to personally ask her questions. Now my page looks professional and clean and I'm growing every day. After the first month, I gained over 150 new followers and I book a new color client every week. I'm way more confident in myself and my business after taking OHOT Gram. I have gained hundreds of followers and I'm climbing. I feel like it's helped motivate me to be a better in many areas of my business. I know I'm on the way to achieving my ultimate goal. Thanks, Jamie. Katie says, after signing up for your program, I was super excited to put all the knowledge I gained into my new post. I have now increased my new clients from 1 a month to 2 to 4 new clients a week. I'm also getting more engagement from my clients on Instagram and I'm loving it. I'm 100% more confident in my ability to share my work with others through Instagram. I'm no longer posting aimlessly and hoping for the best. I now have a set goal and a plan as to what my clients are looking for in my Instagram. Within just a few weeks of implementing your techniques into my Instagram, I'm excited to say that my business is growing. I'm looking forward to what's to come thanks to OHOT Gram. Nicole says, since taking OHOT Gram, my business has tripled. I opened my very own salon suite, started my lifestyle blog, and started attracting dream clients. And my Instagram has not only grown by well over 1,000 followers, but I'm having so much fun utilizing all the priceless knowledge Jamie was so kind to share with us. I feel like it's worth every penny spent. Elise says, as a busy mom of 2, trying to continue to grow my business, OHOT Gram was exactly what I needed. I didn't have time to research and master Instagram on my own, and then I found Jamie, OHOT Gram. Everything I needed to learn was instantly at my fingertips. No more researching, no failed attempts on my own, and no wasted time. As a result, I have transformed my Instagram, grown my following and clientele, and most importantly, I haven't taken away time from my baby boys. Thank you, Jamie. And lastly, Caitlin says, Instagram has helped me build a dream clientele within months. I was even nominated by a company to be the guest artist on stage. I didn't apply. They found me on Instagram, and it wouldn't have happened without OHOT Gram. Since joining OHOT Gram, I've increased my annual income to over $30,000, not $3,000, $30,000, thanks to more clients, raising my prices, and having more opportunities for retail sales. With those numbers, you guys can clearly see that OHOT Gram is priceless. I'd pay 3 times as much if I had to. I tell any stylist they have to do OHOT Gram no matter what. You'll see a huge difference in your business, like growing a dream clientele, becoming an educator, and getting noticed by big hair companies and hair shows. These are just some examples of the hundreds of stylists that have written me and let me know the success they've had from implementing my Instagram strategies. So today I'm excited to announce that I'm opening the doors to my signature Instagram course, OHOT Gram. OHOT Gram is a complete online course all about Instagram, designed specifically for hairstylists. You guys, no one is teaching Instagram like this at all. This is the only place that you can find this kind of information with techniques that are proven to work. So inside the course, let me just tell you guys a little bit more about OHOT Gram. OHOT Gram, you're going to get 7 value-packed modules that help you build and maintain a cohesive page that stands out and sells out. So in module number 1, we're going to dive deep into foundation. So setting up the foundation of your Instagram and getting it right this time. No more figuring it out on your own. Instead, step-by-step instructions on how to build a profitable Instagram page, and you'll establish what your goal is and who you're talking to. This is a hugely important step so many stylists miss and why so many pages fall flat. Everything we do forward revolves around this. In module number 1, we talk about the first video is ultimate goal, setting business goals for your Instagram. And video number 2 is dream clients. Who are you talking to? So we're going to set up that foundation. I'm going to walk you guys through exactly what your goal is for your Instagram and figure out who you're talking to. Module number 2 is all about branding. So now that you know what your goals are and who you're talking to, we're going to create your brand, a brand that'll make your dream clients fall in love with you the second they see anything you post, turning them into followers, fans, and returning clients. So in module number 2, the first video is your brand standing out from the crowd. Again, I'm going to get you guys standing out from every other hair page on Instagram, and specialty, finding your niche. Module number 3, we're going to go into the basics. So learn the Instagram basics so that you can confidently lay out your page 100% frustration and overwhelm free. I'll walk you through how to use the app. Plus, I'll show you how to build your page so that anyone landing on your page can't but click the follow button. So first, I'm going to walk you guys through everything inside the Instagram app. If you ever had a question about how to use Instagram, it's in this video. And then how to set up your page for success with those basic page elements. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into what I talked about today. Module number 4 is visual. So want to learn my photography and video secrets? Then you're going to love this module. I'll share with you exactly how to take breathtakingly beautiful photos and videos that show off your brand and make your dream clients drool all over your irresistible page. I'll also show you the essential equipment's do's and don'ts for both camera and iPhone so that you can snap great pics in any situation. Yeah, even when the lighting sucks. So in this module, we're going to go over the do's and don'ts of taking hair photos. We're going super deep. I'm going to talk to you guys about camera versus phone, how to take amazing photos with both, how to edit your photos, lighting 101, video posts, how to utilize video content. And there's actually a video that I just added to the course all about how to edit your videos. Now, I'm not going to go super deep into this right now, but you guys, I have grown an insane amount of followers from videos. Some of my videos have gained me over 1,200 followers in a matter of days. So videos are really key and important, but how you edit them is really important. So in this module, I'm going to teach you guys exactly how I edit my videos, all of my tips and tricks to get people to follow you and to get your videos to go viral. Next, module number 5 is about your page. This is my favorite module. I'm going to disclose how I've created a visually cohesive page that makes your followers and dream clients swoon. By the end of this module, you'll have nailed your personal style, how to keep your page clean and cohesive, and you'll seal the deal between you and your followers. So in this one, we're going to talk about your page style, deciding what kind of page you want. There's actually 3 different kinds of pages that I see on Instagram as a hairstylist. So I'm going to help you guys decide exactly what kind of page you want, and going forward, it'll help you make a lot easier decisions. How to keep your page looking clean and cohesive, how to best use the multiple photo and video post feature, and captions, how to write captions that capture your audience. I know that this can be a huge struggle for people. Captions can be overwhelming and daunting, and what do I even put in the caption? So I'm going to help you guys write captions that capture your audience and turn them into dream clients and followers. Next, we're going to go into module number 6, growth. So once your page is beautifully laid out and set up for success, it's now time for phase 2, growing an audience of engaged and targeted followers. Plus, you'll learn how to track your growth over time. So in this module, we're going to talk about how to grow your page following authentically. This is super key. I'm not going to be talking about buying followers here, you guys. We're going to be talking about how to grow your page so that you get authentic, amazing followers who are so engaged with you. Next, we're going to go into hashtags, how to start attracting those dream clients with hashtags and taking away any questions or concerns you have about hashtags. And then analytics, how to actually track your growth. This is super important for learning how to grow your Instagram. You need to know what your analytics are. So we're going to go into that. Module number 7 is putting it all together. So get ready to see your Instagram magic unfold. In this final module, we'll put all the work you've done together. I'll give you the insider scoop on how to keep your page new and exciting, and share my secrets on how to easily maintain your Instagram page to continue your success. So I'm going to give you guys 65 plus post ideas of endless ideas to keep your page relevant, and those are those personality photos that I'm talking about. So I'm going to give you guys a million ideas for those, plus posting FAQs and the nitty gritty, and maintenance, how to stay consistent with your Instagram page. This is really, really key. So when you enroll in OHOTgram today, you get the complete Learn at Your Pace online training program, including 7 value-stacked modules with over 22 video classes to grow and monetize your Instagram. 24/7 access to the membership site starting today. So you can literally watch whenever you want on your schedule forever. It never expires. You also get printable workbooks, worksheets, and handy checklists, plus goal sheets to track your progress. You guys, I love writing things down, so I made a ton of worksheets for you guys too. Then you also get lifetime membership, including free updates. So no matter what updates I make, you will always be a member, and you will always get access to anything new and exciting. This will never expire, which is really cool. You'll never have to worry about how much longer is my membership. It's completely lifetime, so don't even worry about it. I'm taking care of you guys. You can watch these videos at your own convenience. You can watch them at 3 a.m. You can watch them at, 2 o'clock in the afternoon while your kid's taking a nap, whatever is going to work best for you. There's no need to travel or take notes. It's all there inside the course for you guys. Yoga pants are allowed. Heck yes, they're even mandatory. And you get lifelong access to all materials plus future updates. So with today's price, you guys can get into OHOTgram for only $247. You guys, I wanted to keep the price super low. I'm giving away a ton of information, but I wanted to keep it low so that everyone has an opportunity to grow their Instagram and grow their business using Instagram. But let's not forget about the bonuses. So bonus number 1 is going to be a complete mini course all about Instagram stories and Instagram live. So you're going to learn everything you need to know to use Instagram stories and Instagram live. This mini course is valued at $147, but I'm going to show you guys the exact strategies I use to keep my audience engaged and fall more in love with me. If used correctly, these cool features can make a huge impact on your business, and I'm going to give you guys some juicy shortcuts to make that happen. And bonus number 2 is my resource guide. These are the exact tools that I use every day. That's right. I'm giving you guys the behind the scenes of all the tools I use for my business every single day. This bonus alone is worth the full price of OHOTgram. It took me years of trial and error to arrive at this short list of favorites and best practices. And I'm sharing everything with you, from the camera I use to my favorite apps, equipment, and more. I also want to let you guys know about another membership that I have. So there's the regular membership, which is $247, but then we're also having a membership called the Facebook group membership, where you can add on the Facebook group upgrade. Basically, you get membership to OHOTgram and all the bonuses, plus access to a private Facebook group full of like-minded stylists. This group alone is worth $147, and you can get it as part of this group. So here's what a few of my alumni have to say about the Facebook group. Jennifer says, the Facebook group keeps me excited about growing my business and pursuing my dreams. Ashley says, I love being part of the Facebook group, making tons of new hair buddies, and being able to personally get advice from Jamie. Kimberly says, hands down, I can go to the place, ask a question, and I get an answer within a day. They want you to succeed. A couple of girls wrote these testimonials a few days ago, but Catherine says, everyone in the private Facebook group is so supportive, and Jamie herself answers every question. Megan says, I love this group. I love reading what everyone has to say and questions they have. It's one of the few groups I love to be a part of. And Chelsea says, Jamie's class and Facebook group has created endless possibilities for where you want to go, while also having a support system where you can ask questions without feeling embarrassed. We all care about the success of one another. So if you guys want to know, I don't offer educational support outside of the OHOTgram Facebook group. So the Facebook group is the only place where you can get my feedback or have me personally answer your questions. So when people DM me on Instagram, I don't give out advice. I don't give out educational support anymore. I don't answer emails that are that. It's only inside the Facebook group. This is an incredible resource. Not only do you have access to me, but you also have access to hundreds of other like-minded stylists who are learning Instagram just like you. So usually the Facebook group upgrade is an additional $147, but with this package, it's only $297 for both the course and the Facebook group. That's only a $50 upgrade for the Facebook group. And like I said, it has paid for itself in weight in gold. It is so worth it. Being able to have access to me and being able to have access to all of the amazing people inside of it is so worth it. But that's not the last package we have. We also have a VIP package that is super pretty cool too. So don't you want to be a VIP? With the VIP membership, you get membership to OHOTgram, the bonuses, access to that private Facebook group I was just telling you about, and then you also get a personalized Instagram page audit done by me. This is a $300 value, but basically I'm going to personally look through your page and determine a personalized plan of action so that you can move forward fast. Then I'm going to show you how to optimize your page going forward with my suggestions and adjustments. Basically, I look through your page, I actually create an entire video for you that's personalized for you, and I give you examples of what I think would be best for you, what are the changes that I see that you could be making, and this is the only way that I offer personalized Instagram audits is through this VIP membership. So one of my students who had the VIP membership, Renee, says, about a year ago, I was seriously contemplating getting out of the industry. Because I'm operating solo, she's in a salon suite, I wasn't experiencing other people's work and their passion for the industry. Frankly, I was bored and uninspired. Oh Hot Graham flipped the table. I now pick the people I want to work with. My dream clients are knocking down my doors. They're young, hip, and when they walk into my salon, they already love my work. Thanks to Oh Hot Graham, I'm now an educator for the business of balayage. Having my stuff together helped give me the confidence to apply. I was able to showcase my very best work. The girls from the business of balayage asked me to share my secrets behind my gorgeous page and my big following, and I always refer them back to Jamie. In the beginning, I didn't believe I had an eye for photography, but with Jamie's instructions, I got better and better. Now I know when I've snapped a good shot. Jamie blew me away with her genuine and approachable teaching style. She's receptive and always willing to help and down to earth. I spend a little less than an hour on Instagram every single day, planning, taking photos, posing, and adjusting lighting, and it has paid off big time. I've upped my prices. I'm booked out 4 to 6 weeks in advance, and I get 1 to 5 new inquiries a day. I particularly love Jamie's audit of my page. It was enormously helpful. It has been awesome. Best money I've spent for so much info. And you guys, when I first audited Renee's page, she had 322 Instagram followers, and currently she has over 12.5 thousand Instagram followers. And that is due to her hard work and learning the strategies that she learned inside Oh Hot Graham. So with the VIP membership, you get, like I said, the membership to Oh Hot Graham and the bonuses, the private Facebook group, and that personalized page audit, which is valued at over $900 for only $497. But I want you guys to know that there's a limited number of VIP memberships available. I'm actually capping it to 15 VIP spots only. We're probably expected to sell out. I wouldn't be surprised if we sell out during this live class. So if you're wanting to do VIP, I would suggest grabbing one of those spots before they're filled. Usually I offer 30 spots, but I'm only offering 15 this time. So make sure if you're thinking about or on the fence about a VIP spot, make sure to grab it. I also have monthly payment options for those of you guys that are looking for that. So we have the regular membership for 2 monthly payments of $140, the regular membership plus Facebook group for 2 monthly payments of $170, and VIP membership for 2 monthly payments of $275. So if you guys want to break it up into payments, you totally can do that today. So how to buy Oh Hot Graham. So first you're going to go to ohhotgraham.com. There should be a button below. You guys can click that or just go to ohhotgraham.com. And when you click on that, you're going to be able to see all the different options. There's different ones at the top. And then if you scroll down, there's other ones there as well. But you're going to click the enroll button and select the membership that you want. There's, like I said, a few at the top and then a few at the bottom. And after you click the button, there'll be a buy now button. It'll take you to a page like this. You'll just fill out your information and click complete my purchase. You want to make sure though that you have selected the right one. So make sure in this little box here that you've selected the exact membership that you want to do. I also have a 30 money day back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, I'm not satisfied. So if you're anything like me, you can't stand spending money on your business and not seeing results. So Oh Hot Graham has a proven track record for creating exciting results like substantial growth, client inquiries, and attracting hot opportunities. But you might find for some reason that it's not for you. So if you can show me that you did the work up to module number 5 and are unhappy with the course for any reason, let me know within 30 days of purchase and I'll give you a full refund. No problem. So I want you guys to be super happy with Oh Hot Graham. And again, if for some reason you're not, no big deal. Just send me an email. If it's in 30 days and you've done the work up to module number 5, we'll totally give you your money back. No deal or no problem. Also too, when you guys sign up today, you get full access to all the videos, worksheets, checklists right away. You don't need to wait. You can literally start learning right now if you want to. But I want to let you guys know, you know how I said I had a special gift for you guys here that are on the live class. And because you guys stayed till the end, I have a special live class bonus. So if you sign up for Oh Hot Graham right now during this class, I'm going to upgrade you to the Facebook group membership for free. So normally it's $147. And with this bonus deal, it's normally an extra $50. But I'm going to give it to you guys for $247. So you guys get the membership to Oh Hot Graham and the access to the private Facebook group for only $247 just because you stayed till the end. So when you guys go over to the page to Oh Hot Graham right now, you're going to see there's a button that says live class bonus. And anybody that signs up during this class is going to get the upgrade to the Facebook group completely free. So you guys are saving $50 just by being here and just by being awesome. So now we're going to jump into Oh Hot Gram question and answer. I want you guys to type in your questions down at the box. I'm going to pull up my thing there. But if you guys have anything and you guys have any questions, type them in the box below. And if you want to join Oh Hot Gram, just go to ohhotgram.com. So let me switch over my screen real quick here. Awesome. Let me adjust it over here. How are you guys? Let me turn on my other light. I have two lights going on because it's a little dark in our house here. So I'm going to pull up my questions that I have over here. Let's see here. Did you have questions for me?
Go to your drive.
Okay, so it's going to be in my drive. Hold on one sec, guys. My Oh Hot Gram questions. Here we go. My husband is my assistant over here, and so he has been hand selecting your guys' questions. He's been writing them all out, and this is super helpful so that we can get to all your guys' questions. Again, if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the box. He'll be filling that out for me. Okay, so Alyssa says, what is the best way to edit photos? So that's a really great question, Alyssa. So I use my favorite app, which is called ViscoCam, and I use that to edit every single one of my photos. I am not a person that is going to upload them into Photoshop or upload them into Lightroom. I want something that's quick and easy and that I can edit on the go. So I use ViscoCam, and in module number 4, I walk you guys through exactly how I do that, my entire process, how to edit photos and how to like brighten them up, how to, if you guys have ever taken a photo up against a white wall and the white wall's kind of gray or there's shadows in the background, I show you exactly how to brighten that up, make your photos pop on Instagram. And editing is something that's really, really important, and it makes your photos stand out. So in module number 4, the editing video, I walk you guys through exactly how to do that. But ViscoCam is my favorite app that I use. Let me take a sip of my tea, you guys, because my voice is starting to go, and I have a little throat coat tea in here. So real quick too, before we dive into all the questions, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this class. Thank you for hanging in there till the end. I hope that you guys had a really fun time. I hope you guys learned a lot. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for joining. Thanks for taking an hour out of your guys' time today to do that. And yeah, so I'm just so excited to have you guys here. And I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. But let's get to your guys' questions. Okay, so someone says, should we start completely fresh with a new Instagram page, clean up our page, or just continue to work on our page using the tips you shared and show the evolution of our page for everyone to see? I love that they asked that long of a question because they literally have read my mind. So a lot of times people are thinking, oh my gosh, great. Now I'm going to have to just delete everything and completely start over. And what do I do? So what I recommend for you guys is just start new. Start fresh today. Don't delete everything. Don't get rid of all your photos. You can go back through and clean up your page a little bit, but just start today posting amazing photos. So when you go into the salon tomorrow or next week or whenever you're in the salon, start taking photos in the new way that I taught you. Start editing your photos. Start planning out your posts with the Plan app. Help get your page really clean and cohesive, and just start from now. And I love that she says, should we keep it and just have the evolution of the page? Yes. I think it's so cool to go back and see where you came from, where you started at, versus if you just delete, it's really hard to see your growth. So I love that. Just start posting. And maybe that means you need to post 2 or 3 times a day to kind of build up your page again to make it look really clean and cohesive. Go for it. You can totally do that. But I definitely don't think you need to start completely from scratch. I think that it's a really great way to show your growth, and it's fun to go back and look at. Okay, somebody says, what about having 56,000 followers and only getting 300 likes? How do you raise low engagement like that? So that's actually really a common thing that happens in the hair industry. Our engagement compared to other industries is really low. So I have about 55,000 followers and I get on average around 600 likes per photo. But to me, that's good engagement, but it's not great compared to bloggers that you'll see they'll have like 17,000 followers and they get 2,000 likes. That's just because their audience is super engaged because they're bloggers. But the hair industry, I actually did a study and I figured out why our engagement is so low. So across the board, it's not just one hairstylist or another, but across the board, the hair industry engagement's really low. And it's because a lot of hairstylists follow each other and we don't actually go on our feed and scroll through it. So therefore, we're engaging less on each other's pages, so there's just less engagement. But a way that you can increase your engagement is all about your captions. So captions are a really great way to increase your engagement. One thing that I recommend is asking a question at the end. In module number 6, there's a video all about how to write captions that capture your audience and help them to engage more. But captions are really what helps sets you apart. So some things that you can do, you can ask maybe a question of, how many of you guys have ever, wanted to have pink hair, or would you guys want to try this? That's a great way to get your audience talking back to you, and it helps everybody feel like they're a part of something versus just feeling like it's just, you're just talking out into nothing. So real quick, I want to check real quick to see how many of you guys have joined, and I want to welcome some of our new students in. I totally forgot to log on before I jumped on here, so excuse me for just one quick second. Alrighty, so, oh my goodness, okay. Oh my gosh, we have so many amazing people. So we have Heather that just joined. We have Megan and Krista, Latasha, Christy, Chloe, Carolyn. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have so many awesome people. Let me check real quick on the VIP just to make sure that we haven't sold out of it yet. I don't think we have, but let me just do a quick little double check here. You guys like my singing? I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram post, but I definitely was like, I've been singing a lot these last couple days. So funny. Okay. Oh, here we go. Sorry, you guys. I totally apologize. I should have had this ahead of time and had it all set up. I didn't even mean to. All right. Well, while that's getting set up, I'm going to answer another question. So somebody asked, can I buy the regular package and upgrade it later? So as of right now, this is the only chance to upgrade. We definitely do not have an option to upgrade to VIP later. Occasionally, we will do specials where we do upgrades to the Facebook group, but as of right now, this is the only chance that you have to upgrade or to purchase whichever package. We usually don't allow upgrades. Like I said, sometimes we'll do specials or we'll do like certain things, but for the most part, this is kind of your only chance. So if you're thinking that you're going to want to be in the Facebook group, just upgrade now or join just now and you get it absolutely for free. But if you're thinking of joining VIP, we'll probably never do an upgrade for that. So if you're really thinking about it, I would say jump in now. It's going to kind of be your one chance to do that. Okay, so let me just check here. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have so many people joining VIP. I think we're like almost sold out. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. We have a lot of people joining VIP. We're almost sold out. So if that's something that you guys want to do, make sure to jump in now. That's going to be sold out really quickly here. And we have just so many people. We have Aaron who joined, Kimberly, Christy, Ariel, oh my gosh, Brandy, Michelle, Kate, Kelly, Rebecca. Oh my gosh, we have so many VIP members. This Facebook group is going to be hopping, you guys. Everybody that's joining right now is going to get in that Facebook group. And I'm so excited to meet everybody that's going to be in it. I'm so stoked to have you guys in there. Okay, so Kayla said, what about the current content that we have that may not match what we want to portray? So Kayla, I would totally recommend, like I said earlier, just start kind of posting new photos. So let's say you have a lot of blondes on your page, but maybe you want to start attracting more pastels or unicorn colors or, mermaid hair. So if you want to start attracting that, you have to start posting that kind of work. So start to think of your dream client and think, okay, what kind of hair do they have? What kind of things would they want to see? So maybe your goal is to attract more pink-haired girls. So bring in a model, have somebody come in, do their hair pink. Maybe even on your blonde client, throw a few pink pieces in there and start posting work that would really help to kind of bring in those clients. So just start. Honestly, it comes down to just starting and just taking the opportunity to either bring in a model or just start posting work that you want to start doing. Jamie, I'm super interested. I worried that I won't get the benefits as I'm an esthetician, mainly a waxer, specializing in Brazilians. So I obviously can't really take photos of that besides outside. So for my esthetician clients, I actually have a lot of students that are estheticians. I have girls that are lash artists or, girls that just do facials. So there absolutely is a way to do that. Obviously, you can't take a photo of your work because a Brazilian, you can't really do that. But you could totally take photos of really cool background photos. There's a really amazing account that I follow. They're called Now Massage. They're located in LA. And it's kind of weird. Like they don't really post photos of massages because how do you really take a photo of that? I mean, you could, but it's kind of weird. Go check them out. Now Massage, for all my esthetician clients, they do a lot of photos of their spa. They do kind of like behind the scenes ones. So as an esthetician, you absolutely can. The only thing that wouldn't portray to you would be the hair photo section. But I think the photography section will still help you because it's going to help you learn about lighting. It's going to help you learn about how to take good photos with your camera or iPhone. So even still, that section is going to be great for you. It's just obviously you're not going to be taking hair photos. You're just going to be taking regular photos. So I think it could definitely still be a helpful for you. But if you have any like specific questions, just shoot me an email, you guys. You guys can always email me at jamie@jamiedana.com and I'll make sure to answer that. If you lose that, it's in my bio on Instagram. You guys can just click the email button and we'll make sure to answer that. If not me, somebody from my team can answer that. If you have a specific question or if you're wondering, Jamie, is this going to be right for me? I can definitely answer that question in more detail for you there. Okay, somebody says, I haven't made a business page for Instagram yet. Should I just start adding pics or wait to build up pics for a theme and then add them all at once? So I would recommend probably starting out with 3 photos. That would be a great little chunk to have. And then, maybe shout it out on your other personal page or add your friends to your page. You could go follow them, follow your clients, whatever that is. But start out with 3 photos and then from there, just build. A lot of times what happens is we're like, okay, I'm going to start this new project or I'm going to start posting on Instagram in a really cool way, but I don't have enough photos. So I got to wait till next week till I get the photos and then you never start. So just start. That's my biggest advice. Have 3 photos, just set it up, just go and just literally take it. And you guys, it's not about perfection too. I think that's one thing that we a lot of times worry at. We see these perfect pages on Instagram and we think, well, gosh, I'm never going to be perfect, so I'm never going to post. So my biggest thing is it all comes with growth and you have to do it in order to learn how to actually do it more. In order to have that growth, you just have to do it. So just start posting and it will help you out a lot. Okay. Okay, so how do I set up the VIP to do 2 payments? So on the page, if you just scroll down to the VIP section, there's a button that says 2 monthly payments. You just click that and you can purchase it there. If you have a client wearing clothes that are not in line with your brand colors, do you crop them out or do you leave it? So what I actually do is I actually have a like a robe at the salon that's like just a black robe. And I actually had a client, she's very eccentric, but she's got gorgeous hair. But she was wearing this colorful shirt that was like, no joke, it looks like it should have been on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was so bright, so colorful, so patterned. And I was like, okay, this is way too 90s and yellow and red for me. So I actually had her take off her shirt and put the robe on with like a little button and a clasp. And I just took photos with her in the black robe. So it looked nice and clean. You couldn't even tell. It just looked like she was wearing a black shirt. But what I do know some stylists do is they have a couple shirts at the salon, like a white t-shirt or a black t-shirt, or even like a cute kimono that you could get. They keep those at their salon and they literally have their clients switch into the shirt so that they can take a really clean hair photo. So you could totally do something like that. But yeah, it's hard to crop it out because even like with short hair, you're going to still see it kind of like up in here. So just have them put on a robe. I don't recommend a cape, but if you could just get a robe for your salon, that could totally work. And it still is like clean and polished. It doesn't look bad. Somebody says, if I purchase this, would it work well for a lash artist? Yeah, absolutely. Like I said before with the esthetician, there's totally tons of different ways. And I actually give a lot of esthetician examples inside the course as well. But again, if you have any questions or specific questions, just shoot me an email and we can definitely answer that for you. Ashley says, I love doing fashion colors, but I'm in the South and blondes are my bread and butter. How do I show both and still be cohesive? So Ashley, I love that. So what I would recommend for you is I would start incorporating like every other photo. So for every blonde you post a pastel or post a, mermaid color. A thing that you could also do too is for maybe some of your blondes that are a little bit more adventurous, you could start posting, maybe some just like pops of pink in there, or like maybe just do like light pink ends or something, or light purple ends to subtly kind of get them into it. And then in your caption, you would say something like, have you always wanted to do, a fun color, but you can't because of work? Well, maybe in the summer, this is a great time to try pastel purple because it fades out so quickly, or something like that. Or, we could do a colorful rinse that's going to rinse out really quickly, or something like that to kind of get your blondes to try new things. But probably know that unicorn colors are never going to be your bread and butter. I'm actually friends with some of the best Instagrammers. For instance, Shelly Gregory, Ash Fortis, Exo Stylist Exo. They do all of that kind of work on their Instagram page. Miss Kelly O, all of their pages are unicorn colors, but that's not their real clients that are coming into the salon. That's just a small majority of their clients, but that's the kind of image that they wanted to put out onto Instagram. So just know that you can actually do that. You can create an entire brand around it. Like Shelly Gregory is just pastels, but majority of her clients are highlights and root touch-ups, and she does get pastel clients here and there, but majority of her clients are her bread and butter clients. She just chooses not to post that on Instagram. So it depends what kind of brand you want to work out with, but you absolutely can do both. Just figure out exactly what's going to work best for you. Tara from Australia, she says, I'm the social media person for our salon. I'm trying to explain to my boss the benefits of doing the VIP package. How can I sell it to her? I think that it would be great for the salon. So I know this can be hard, you guys. I know sometimes as a stylist or as people that are, trying to get their salon owners or trying to get other people excited about Instagram, it's hard. Sometimes I used to be looked at like as the weirdo in my salon for taking hair photos, for putting myself out there on Instagram, for taking before and afters, for doing all of that stuff. So what I would recommend to you is have them look at my the page that shows all the information about it. And that's going to be my best advice, is just kind of share with them your heart and share them how many clients you guys think that you can get from Instagram. To me, my clientele has completely transformed because of Instagram. And again, I'm bringing in clients that I actually want, not just 6N root touch up that found me on Yelp, right? Or 6N root touch up that found me just by walking in the salon. These are clients that I actually want to do. So that would be the type of thing that I would tell them. Tell them the benefits of the program, not just what comes in the videos or what's in the videos. Tell them the benefits of it, how you guys can grow your salon, how you guys can transform your business, and how you can actually start to gain a new clientele with it. So that's what I would recommend for you. Good luck. I hope to see you guys in VIP. I would love to see that. Okay, so somebody says, don't mean to be repetitive, but what is the only difference between VIP and the live class bonus is the page audit? Yes. So with right now, the only difference is the page audit, but I do not offer the page audit any other times. This is the only time that you can get these page audits. I don't offer upgrades, like I said before. So if you are wanting the page audit, this is your only chance to get it. So check it out. So somebody says, Skylar says, do you feel like your clients are put off by asking you to take pictures of them? I feel like sometimes my clients want to get outdoor, but they don't want to wait for me to take 10, 15 minutes to get the perfect photo. Am I the only one in this? So usually I add an additional like 10 to 15 minutes to my appointment time. And I let my clients know, usually my clients that I take photos of, they're in the drill. But I usually start out this conversation of taking photos at the beginning of the appointment. So I say to them, hey, we're going to do your hair. Like, what are we doing? After the consultation, I'm like, great. Before I have you go put a robe on, do you mind if I take a before photo of your hair? That way I can see your transformation and you can see the transformation. And I just love to document your photo. So usually they're like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. So we go over, take the before photo, and then we get them up, set them up, do their hair, do the whole thing. And then as I'm styling their hair, I kind of like start talking them up. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I love your color. This looks so amazing. I can't wait to get the after photo, because we already took the before photo. So they already are prepared that we're going to take an after photo. And so then I'm like kind of already like prepping them up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're going to love these photos. They're going to be awesome. So then we go over, we take the photo, and I just really try to give them confidence. I really try to make them feel comfortable in front of the camera. And that's what helps me with my success. But I think it starts with the very beginning of the consultation, of starting at the appointment of, we're going to take a photo. And you will have some of those clients that are like, okay, you can take a photo of my hair, but don't show my face. So that's totally fine. There's tons of different posing of ideas of how to not have their face showing. And in module number 4, the photography module, I talk to you guys about a ton of different poses of how to actually get really cool photos without showing the client's face. Because, sometimes they come from the gym, sometimes they're just not prepared for a photo. So there's a bunch of different ways versus just that mugshot back of the head photo. There's lots of different ways that you can do that. So just making your client feel comfortable in front of the chair and starting that conversation early. All right, so let me check real quick here. You guys, we have so many people joining. This is insane. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. This is going to be such a fun group, you guys. We have Erica that just joined, Olivia, Andrea, and Aaron, and we have, oh my gosh, just so many of you guys. This is so, so cool. I cannot wait to hang out with you guys in the Facebook group and to be answering all your guys' questions. It's going to be so fun. How do you feel about posting, before and after photo pics? Should we have the swipe over for the after? Should we do it all in the same? Okay, so basically what you're going to do is I recommend, it's totally up to you, really. But I love seeing before and after photos. I think they really show the transformation, especially when it's a big transformation, seeing the before and after photos side by side. Those photos actually tend to do really well still. My biggest advice, though, is you want to make sure that if you're taking a before and after photo and you're going to show them both side by side on your page, you want to make sure that the before photo is a good photo. So a lot of times we just snap the photo, the client's sitting in the chair, there's a bunch of clutter in the background, it's bad lighting. No. You want to make sure you're going over to your photo area with the good lighting, the good clean background, taking the before photo, and then taking your after photo in the exact same spot, the same lighting. That way you're able to get that really clean photo for your page. Now, let's say you didn't do that and your before photo is a bad photo, then you could totally do the swipe over feature, to show the crappy before photo and the good after photo. But I like seeing them side by side. I do the side by side. Sometimes I'll do the swipe over. It just depends what kind of mood I'm in. And it honestly just depends what kind of work you do. I don't do crazy transformations. So for me, I don't really tend to do a lot of the side by side, but I love doing them because I think they're fun. And it really shows off the transformation that you did. It really shows off like what you did to the hair in a quick image. Sometimes side by side get less engagement because the user had to take another action to do that. And it's one last action that they want to do to double tap the photo because they had to swipe over. So just something to think about. But my biggest thing is just experiment, see what works best and see what's going to be best for you. Okay. So Olivia says, what if I accidentally just bought VIP in full, but wanted to do the payment plan? Is there any way I can cancel and rebuy? Olivia, send me an email and we'll get you taken care of. So just send me an email and we'll take care of that for you. Okay, how do you post about your regular root touch-ups? Not everything I do is a big project, so I don't feel discouraged about posting a regular hairstyle. But really, that's what I want in my chair because your regulars come in every 4 to 6 weeks. So obviously, root touch-ups are great, you guys. Those are our bread and butter. That's what makes us the money. That's what keeps our lights on, right? Those root touch-ups that are coming in every 4 to 6 weeks versus our balayage clients, which are coming in every 6 months to a year. You know, those teenage girls are never getting their hair done. So for root touch-ups, there's so many ways that you guys can take really cool photos. First off, I actually think a really cool photo would be showing somebody's like gray hair, like a really close-up of the gray, and then showing the coverage. I think things like that could be really cool. Showing a side-by-side or just showing a really cool, like beautiful close-up image of maybe your client, maybe you throw in a few highlights or a few balayage pieces, like style their hair with really beautiful curls and show off that. Think of the way that we show off haircuts as well. Like there's no color involved in that either. So just get creative with your things. Don't just take a front and back photo. You guys can really get creative with the way that you're taking your photos. Maybe you could even just throw like a braid in their hair or do a really cool like style, maybe a half up, half up, half down type style or something. Or I actually did a photo the other day where I had my client and in front of her head, it was the back of her head and I held up a product that I used in her hair. So I was talking about the product that I used. That could be another great way to show off your root touch-up clients. You could show off maybe a shine spray or, maybe a color safe shampoo that helps keep their color really good and makes sure that their roots aren't showing up or something like that. So a dry shampoo for brunettes because you have a brunette root touch-up. That could be a really great way to utilize that client and just talking about that kind of thing. Okay. How do I feel about filters on photos? I've always avoided using any kind of filter on a photo because I feel like it's not genuine. Do you think it matters to potential clients? So Angela, back in the day, I would have said no filters, like big no. Do not use them. Do not post them. Nowadays, I feel like people are getting a little bit more lax with that. And I feel like it's okay to add a little bit of a filter to your photos. Now, the biggest thing you want to make sure that you're not doing is when you're editing your photos, and I talk about this in module number 4 in the editing video, but the way that I edit my photos is I make sure that they look like they did in real life. So a lot of times with editing, let's say we had a redhead and you brightened it up and maybe up the contrast, but then you up the saturation a little bit so it looks a little bit more vibrant than it did in person. That's where I have a problem. Or let's say you have a beautiful platinum blonde and maybe she was like a little warm in person, but then maybe you just cooled her down a little bit and now it's like icy blonde. That's not how it looked like in real life. So That's where I kind of have an issue with it, of where it looks like it didn't in real life. Now, it's fine to up the contrast. It's fine to totally brighten the photos. Now, photographers, they brighten their photos and they edit their photos. They never share something straight from the camera. So it's okay to edit your photos. You just want to make sure that you're keeping it really true to tone and it doesn't look like it's over edited or it's not showing something that's not true to what you actually did. So that's my advice for it. But in module number 4, I walk you guys through exactly how I edit, and I keep my photos really genuine and authentic. Okay, somebody says, I'm getting ready to renovate my home salon. Would you recommend having a photo wall with a backdrop and good lighting? Also, what type of lighting would be best, like a stand-up ring light or just a good light instead? So I would recommend, yes, get a ring light, but if you have the space, get a softbox. I actually just talked about this on my Instagram. It's a few posts back. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can see what light I use. It's a softbox light. And I'm also going to be creating some YouTube videos more in depth about lighting. So if you don't already follow me on YouTube, I know that's like another random thing. Go subscribe over there, but go check me out on Instagram. You'll be able to see that post. But softboxes are great, but if you don't have the space for a softbox, they're a little bit bigger, get a ring light. Those are awesome as well. But yes, if you're moving into a salon suite, or maybe you work at a salon and you don't have a photo area, get a photos area set up. They have amazing backdrops on Amazon, even just like on Etsy, they have some really cool ones, or you could even just go to Home Goods and find like a really cool curtain with like a really cool curtain rod or something like that. Even just painting a wall could work. I use my door as one of my backdrops, just my white door as my white backdrop. That works really well. So yeah, if you have your own space, for sure, definitely set up a whole little section, and that'll help you get amazing photos that'll really help your Instagram stand out. Danny says, how do I ask clients to take photos if the stylist isn't good with taking pictures? I can't talk them up during the style because I'm the salon coordinator. I don't do hair. So Danny, as you being the salon coordinator, or any other salon owners that are listening or salon managers that are listening, this is really important. So what I would recommend for you guys at your next team meeting, I want you guys to walk through your stylist the things that I talked about in this class. So show them a photo of a bad photo of the photos that you see them taking. Like maybe take the client over to the station and like take a photo there and be like, okay, not good. Here's a photo that would be really good. So walk them through that. And I think if you guys do a mini little training at your salon during your next salon meeting, this could be a really great way to bring it up without pointing it out to each stylist individually. And then what I would say after that class is, you know, we're going to be stepping up our Instagram game with our salon page. And unfortunately, if your work or your photo doesn't quite stand up to the standard, we're not going to share your photo on Instagram. Plain and simple. I know David Thurston, the owner of Butterfly Loft Salon. They're a huge salon here in LA. He talks about to his stylists, they have over 70 stylists that work there. He basically says, if your photo doesn't fit our aesthetic, we are not going to post you. So you like it or you don't, but you can up your photo game. You can get better. If you have questions, come ask us. But if you're not posting good work or you're not posting good photos, like we're not going to share you. So the same thing goes for your stylist at home. That's what I definitely would recommend. How do I ask clients to take pics? Oh, so sorry, we already answered that one. Okay, I work for a corporation hair salon. How is the best way to create my brand that doesn't go against the non-compete agreement? So obviously each corporate salon is going to have different non-competes, and that will be something that you have to figure out yourself. But what I would recommend is find an area in the salon or outside where you can take the photos that doesn't have all their branding in the background. So, and just say, oh, I'm just trying new backgrounds. Like I'm just playing around with new things, and find a spot that really helps evoke your brand. And what I would recommend is for your username, because I really don't think that legally they can tell you that you can't have this in your username. But let's say, for instance, Carlton Salon. We'll just use them as an example. Instead of being like Jamie.Carlton Salon or Jamie.Carlton, whatever, I would make sure that I'm Jamie Dana Hairstylist without any recognition of the brand. Now, I might have their name in my bio or something like that, but I'm not going to have it in my username. I'm not going to have it like that. And one thing that you want to make sure of is make sure that your clients start following you on Instagram. So if you ever were to leave, that they would be able to come with you, that you would be able to do that. So I always recommend brand yourself, not the salon that you work at, because you never know. Things could change and you might want to leave or you move or whatever. You want to make sure that you're branded to yourself and not to the salon that you work at. But again, you'll have to kind of look through your non-compete and see kind of what they say you can do and what they say you can't do. I said legally, I feel like they can't tell you with your username, but just find a spot in your salon. And in the module number 7, I talk about 65 plus post ideas. I give you guys tons of examples of different types of posts that you can do on your page, not just hair photos. There's a lot of different ideas in there that you can take outside of your salon that wouldn't be representing your salon. You can totally have amazing branding and they don't even have to be taken at your salon. So you can totally do that. That's in module number 7. I think that video will help you a lot. Okay, so any advice for us people in a salon suite with no windows and awful lighting? I know salon suites can be rough, you guys. So what I would recommend is get a ring light. Ring lights are great because they're really small. You can actually, there's a couple girls in the Facebook group. So once you guys join and you get in the Facebook group, just search ring light storage, I think. They hung it up onto their door. It's really cool. But if you guys find that, they bought a backdrop that goes down over their door. It's just like a pull down one, and they have the ring light, and they have this whole little photo setup that just kind of closes up, and then they just move it out when it's time to take photos for their clients. But yes, ring lights are going to be super helpful for that, to help you get that kind of really great lighting in a salon suite. But because it's a salon suite, the cool thing is you can do whatever you want with your wall. You can have a really cool background. You can have a really cool setup because it's your space. So I would figure out a way to reconfigure your space so that you get the best lighting in there. But ring lights are probably going to be your best option. Okay, guys, I have to take a sip of my tea because my voice is getting dry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so somebody says, with the 5+3 method, should you comment on people who interest you? Absolutely. I've been commenting and liking pages of other stylists whose work I admire, but how can I find those dream clients page that I can comment on and like? So in module number 6 in the course, we go really deep into the 5+3 method. Obviously today I just gave you guys an overview because we didn't have a ton of time to go into it, but for the people that are wanting to learn a little bit more, the way that I find those dream clients or those dream followers, I think, where would they be hanging out? So what hashtags would they be hanging out on? Or maybe geotags. You guys could go on geotags. So maybe if you think about, maybe my dream client is a young mom, I might go to a geotag of a local park or a local play place where young moms would be hanging out. Or maybe my, dream client is a college girl. Maybe I'll go to the local college geotag and see who's tagging photos there. Maybe I go to the local hipster coffee shop and see who's tagging photos there. So that's a really great way to find kind of those dream clients and dream followers. But hashtags and geotags are the best way that that you can find those. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to try to get through everyone's questions here. Is posting a 3-block photo series okay? Like posting 3 different photos of the same hair, is that an okay way of posting, or is it overkill? So totally up to you. Personally, for me, I don't like being stuck in that box of having to continually do 3 photos in a row, 3 photos all the time. But if that works for you, awesome. I just don't like having to do that. My biggest thing that I would recommend for you is I wouldn't post them all at the same time. So I would post 1 in the morning, I would post 1 at lunchtime, and then 1 at night. Obviously your page will be like kind of off for like a day, but you don't want to make sure that you're posting them all at the same time because it's actually going to hurt yourself in the algorithm. Typically photos that are posted all at the same time get less engagement. So I personally don't like it. It works. I think it's a cool look, but just to me, it's too constricting, and I don't like to have to post them all at different times. And then in the morning, your page is off. You know what I mean? So I personally would like to take those 3 photos and spread them out. So I will use the same client over and over again and use a lot of their photos over and over again. But I'll post like 1 on, maybe 1 day, and then maybe a month later I'll post another one, and then maybe 2 weeks later I'll post another one. So that would be the way that I would recommend doing it, especially if you're getting 3 really good photos. Make sure to use them and post them. But I personally don't like the block thing. That's just my personal preference. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just make sure that you're being smart about it and not hurting yourself in the algorithm. Do you have any advice for students? Oh my gosh, I love this. So I know that there's actually a lot of beauty schools that are watching along with this, which makes me so excited. You guys, I wish that I had things like this back when I was a student. I was one of those people that was like in beauty school, front row, like listening to the educator, like asking all the questions. That was totally me. Kind of a nerd, kind of a dork, but that's okay. But I was totally that person that was like gaining all of this knowledge in beauty school. So if you're watching and you're a student, like, high five to you. I am so proud of you that you are taking time right now to start building your Instagram. So what I would recommend is start an Instagram page, start posting your work, just start doing stuff. The cool thing is you're going to be able to go back and look and see how much you've grown, but start posting the things, you know, even if it's things on your doll head, like try to find really cool angles to work with your doll head. Maybe you're doing other students' hair or clients in beauty school, like start posting the things that you're learning about. I think that's really cool. And then also soak up as much knowledge as you can from other hairstylists out on Instagram. Try new techniques you learn. There's a reason why I share the videos that I do. It's not so that I get views and likes. Like, yes, that's amazing, but it's to help people like you, students who are learning and who didn't necessarily, I didn't have those opportunities when I was a student. So that's why I share those videos. So be gaining as much information and as much techniques and try them out on your clients or try them out on, you know, maybe another student. I think that's really cool. Would this be a good class for somebody who already has 7,000 plus followers? Yes, absolutely. So even still to this day, there are things that I have learned and I still continue to learn even at 55,000 followers. There's actually been people that I've coached through that have a lot of followers, and just because you have a lot of followers doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually making money from your Instagram. So even if you have 7,000 followers or 10,000 followers or whatever you have, or 600 followers, there's still techniques and strategies. And the thing that's really cool about this course is I give you guys everything. There's nothing that I hold back. And any new developments or any like little things, I post those in the Facebook group. I share them in the Facebook group. So any type of little thing, like you guys, I'm learning things every single day. I actually learned something new yesterday about Instagram. There's all these new things that are always being learned. So that's the cool thing about this course is you have full lifetime access to it, and you can watch it at any time. But yes, even if you have, 10,000 followers, I have helped stylists grow like beyond that, but also help their business grow. And that's what I think is really key. It's not just about the number next to your name, but how to actually make money with that, how to get brands to start contacting you, how to get, maybe more educational opportunities if you're wanting to do that, how to actually get more like sponsor posts and get paid for your Instagram posts. So definitely there's things like that we talk about inside the course, but yes, I think it would be super helpful. And again, too, as a reminder, we do have that 30-day money back guarantee. So if you guys can show me that you did the work up to module 5 and you're not happy, no big deal. Give me a notice within 30 days and I'll totally give you guys your money back. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. You're not going to lose out. Should you watermark your photos? So personally for me, I don't watermark my photos. To me, my page is like a magazine and I want it to be really laid out, really clean. And if you guys look through like a magazine, you don't see like photographed by, that's actually like in the binding in the corner. It's not going to be like on the page. So for me, I don't watermark my photos. But if you are getting reposted a lot by big pages, or maybe you're sharing your work to Pinterest or other websites, then sure, totally watermark your photos. If you are though, I recommend having a really small watermark and like maybe not like right here. So like pretend I'm a hair photo, not like hair by Jamie Dana, Jamie Dana hair. Like do like a tiny little one like right here, like Jamie Dana hair right there, or like Jamie Dana hair on the corner, like really, really small so that it's not obstructing and it's not distracting. I think I answered those questions. So somebody said, do I go through algorithms in your course? Yes, we talk all about that, all about the strategies of how to grow through Instagram and how to really use those algorithms to your advantage. And because the algorithm is constantly changing, I do post in the Facebook group lives here and there, any new developments that come up. I just posted something about hashtags the other day, and I share new things that are kind of coming up and coming, those like quick things that just kind of need to be shared. I do share those in the Facebook group. So if you're joining, you're going to get in the Facebook group and that will help you out a lot. Let's see here. I think we got most of the questions. If you guys have any more questions, you guys can type them in if you guys have thought of anything. I just want to say thank you again for being here and for hanging out. It's been almost 2 hours, you guys. This is crazy that we're going this long, but I see that there's still a good chunk of you guys on here. So if you guys have any more questions, type them down in the box below. I'm going to go through my box of questions and make sure that I answered most of them. Let's see here. Okay, so somebody said, I'm thinking of signing up for the VIP membership. What do you mean by auditing somebody's page? So what I do is I actually go on your page, I create a video, I go on your page and I tell you, okay, so your profile photo, either it needs to be changed or it looks good. Let's talk about your username. Let's dissect your bio. Let's make it better. Let's see how we can do that. And then I go through all your photos. I go through things maybe you need to delete, maybe things that could be improved. Maybe we need to do a more cohesive layout. I go through your captions, all your hashtags. So I actually dissect, I audit your page like the IRS audits your taxes. Like I go through and audit your page. I go through everything, but I create a video for you and it's my voice being recorded on your page. And it's a crazy good value. Like all of my students that have ever gotten an audit have been like, that is so worth it. And like I said, I don't offer them outside the VIP package price. So if you're wanting to do that, make sure you sign up. It looks like we're basically almost sold out. You guys, we may have even oversold VIP. So if you're wanting to do VIP, like after I jump off this call, I'm probably going to have to close down the VIP thing. So if you're wanting to get it, like you got like 5 to 10 more minutes because I think we oversold it. Okay, somebody says my Instagram is mainly personal. Should I start a second page for hair or start over or just change what I have from hair to business? So if you have a personal page and it's like all personal photos like you and your kids and Starbucks and your cat and whatever, I would probably start a separate page. I have 2 pages, one for hair, one for personal. And the reason why is I want to have everything separate. You guys do know that I do post personal photos on my hair page, but the thing with my hair page is I'm really intentional. Super intentional about everything that I do. I have a strategy to it. Everything's edited really well. Everything's planned out. I don't just post photos off the cuff. I don't just post stories off the cuff. I do have a personal page where I can do that stuff if I want to. If I want to share a random photo of my dogs, like I know my dream client, my audience doesn't really want to see that. So I have that page. Another reason why I kept them separate was I wanted a place where I could follow my friends. I could follow, random pages that I wanted to, maybe meme pages that I wanted to follow. And I have that separate. And then I have my business page where I follow a lot of businesses. That's where I make my connections. It's where I make my relationships. It's where I follow all my hair people. So that's why I personally have 2 separate pages, especially if you have a lot of personal stuff. I wouldn't just switch it over. I would start from scratch. But if you feel like you can incorporate it in a blogger type way, then maybe it could totally be perfect for you. But module number 5, we're going to talk about deciding what kind of page layout you want to have. That module will be really helpful for you because, like I said, there's 3 types of pages that I see on Instagram. And I think that will figure out like how you're going to have. And I have a specific page where I do almost half and half personal versus hair photos or whatever. So that video will definitely help you. Somebody said, I've already signed up for OHOTgram last year. Do I need to purchase again if I want to be on the Facebook page? Shoot me an email. We'll talk over there, but shoot me an email. We can hook you up. Like I said, we don't really do upgrades, but upgrades into the Facebook group for old students, we can talk over there. So send me an email. Okay, so somebody said I have a personal one, family/life, and then I have one strictly hair. Should I start a new one for my suite? So I actually opened up a salon suite like 2 years ago, and I was wondering the same thing. Like, do I have one for my suite? Like, do I have one for just me? Like, what do I do? So I decided to keep it simple. And what I would recommend, especially because you already have a personal and a hair one, keep it simple. Post your suite photos in there, post your cute little things. I think that's actually really important. That's like adding personality to your page. But I don't think that you need to have a suite one and a personal or a hair one. That's too much work. You're never going to be able to grow it. And I want you to really harness in and focus and be intentional with one page. I'd rather you be intentional with one page versus having 2 pages and feeling like you're kind of torn. So work on growing the one page. I wouldn't worry about having one for your suite. And side note, I would keep it be your name, not your suite name. So like for me, I was Jamie Dana Hairstylist. And then I also had Pin and Plate Studio. That was my studio. I'm glad I didn't change the name. I wanted to brand me as me, not my studio. So just kind of as something to think about. Okay, you guys, I'm going to take 2 more questions and then we're going to wrap it up for the night. I know you guys have been so awesome for hanging out. And again, if you want to get into VIP, I'm actually closing it down because it's pretty much sold out by now. So if you want to get into VIP, you have like 3 more minutes to do it. I'm going to answer 2 more questions and then we're going to head out for the night. I'm actually taking my husband to dinner because he's been so awesome answering your guys' questions over there. Okay, I am in a salon as a junior stylist and growing a clientele very slowly. I do mostly blow dries and root touch-ups. Will this package help me build more of a clientele? I started an Instagram page, but there's no spark to it. Whoever answered that question or whoever asked that question, heck yes. This is made for you. I have wished that I would have had this back when I was creating my clientele and growing my clientele. Before Instagram, I would have a few clients here and there. I would maybe be booked up one day a week, but I definitely wasn't booked out a week ahead of time or even a couple days ahead of time. It would be like, look at my books tomorrow, and like maybe I hopefully got a blow dry or somebody else's client couldn't go to them, so I got them. Once I started promoting myself on Instagram, that completely changed. I was shocked. I was literally getting people saying, hey, can you get me in next week? Hey, I love your work. Oh my gosh. But it's because I had a really good strategy, and it's because I was taking good photos. I was showing off my work. I was writing captions that brought them in. So yes, if you're wanting to grow your clientele, this is specifically what this course is made for. It is obviously going to help you grow your business if you're an educator or a salon owner. But as a stylist who's wanting to grow their clientele, like this is who it's made for. So I'm speaking to you directly. Whoever asked that question, heck yes, this is for you. I promise you that this will be the best investment that you make in your business. And if you guys think about it, $247, let's say you charge $125 for a cut and color service, that's 2 clients. You guys, I was getting anywhere from 2 to 3 new clients a week. So I would have paid for this course in a matter of a week. So if that's worth it to you, I think that this course is going to be totally right for you. Like I said, if you have any more questions about the course, you can shoot me an email to ask if it's right for you. But I'm going to say, heck yes, this is right for you. It's made for you. And I wish I would have had this back in the day. Okay, somebody asked, this will be our last question. If you don't normally take videos, how would you dive into them? Do they get more engagement than photos? Heck yes. Again, heck yes. And Beauty and the Brush, I love that name. So, so cute. Yes. So videos actually are shown. Instagram has said videos are more important to us than photos. And the reason why is Instagram wants their users hanging out on the platform more and longer. So if you're sitting and scrolling through and you're just seeing a photo, it takes like what, 0.2 seconds to see the photo, maybe another 0.2 seconds to like it, and then you're on to the next. If you're watching a video, that can hold your attention from anywhere from 3 to a minute, 33 seconds to over 60 seconds. So by you sitting on the platform watching one post for 60 seconds, that's obviously better for Instagram. So they're actually promoting video way more. Like I told you guys, I used to get sometimes on some of my videos, I've gotten over 1,200 followers in a matter of days because of a video. They get over 200,000 views, 100,000 views. One of my latest videos just got 40,000 views on it. And it's not because I have a huge following, you guys. It's because Instagram is promoting my videos for me. And that's what's incredible. Instagram actually wants to push me onto the algorithm further. And it's because I am doing video and I'm doing video well. So in this course, I actually just updated the 2 video lessons. Videos. The video lessons, though, of how to use video and how to edit your videos, because that's what's really key. Just posting a video isn't necessarily going to go viral. There's a strategy and there's a formula to doing it. And inside module number 4, I walk you guys through exactly how I do that. My intense editing process, I walk you guys through that. And that's something that you can only get inside that course. Like I literally don't even show my friends how to do that. It's only for my students. So if you're wanting to grow your following, video's where it's at, first off. Second off, inside the course is how to edit that video, and that's what's really going to help you grow your following to a significant number. So I'm glad we ended on that question. That was a huge question. I'm so glad somebody answered it. If you guys didn't get your questions about the course answered, make sure to just send me a email. It's jamie@jamiedana.com. Again, it's in my bio on Instagram, so just click that. You can send me an email if you have any questions. And again, I'm actually going to leave the live class bonus up till midnight tonight. So you guys have till midnight tonight to get into that Facebook group for free. VIP is going to be locked out in a couple minutes here. But if you guys want to join, to get into the Facebook group, absolutely free. You have till midnight tonight, which is in about 4 hours. So if you guys want to think about it or kind of talk to your husband or figure it out or talk to your salon owner, make sure that you do, because the Facebook group is such a great, valuable resource. Like I said, it's the only place that I take educational questions. It's the only place that I answer questions. It's the only place that you guys can get feedback from me. So getting in this Facebook group is such a huge value. It's normally $147 to upgrade, and I don't normally do upgrades. So So if you guys want to get into that, it's totally free today. Huge upgrade, and I hope to see you guys inside. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being here. It's been almost 2 hours. We're 2 minutes away from 2 hours. So thanks for watching this. If you're watching the replay and you made it all the way this far, I want to say huge thank you to you. You guys are the best, and I hope to see you guys over on Instagram. If you watch this class till the end, go comment on my Instagram and say that you were one of the OGs that made it to the end. You guys get a huge high five from me, and I will see you guys soon. And I hope to see you guys inside OHA Graham. We'll talk soon. Bye, guys.